Okay, how'd that go for everybody? Were you able to get a hold of anybody? Were you able to taproot, reach down in your group, help your people move forward? When they move forward, we move forward. Anybody have any luck? Anybody leave some messages?
I called my new,
Go ahead, Rosie.
yeah, this was wonderful. It's so good to be with all of you because this was very helpful. So I have this new associate, sponsored her two weeks and a couple of days ago. And this is a very busy person who's working on her own physical recovery. And when I said that I just wanted to help her, and we all know that when things are moving in our business, we feel better physically. And I just reminded her, and she was like, yeah, I think I can figure out how to fit this in. So it was very positive. And then I talked to her mom, who's a partner, and both of them were like, yeah, it's time. So that was very good, very helpful. Thank you.
Yay, love to hear it. Love to hear it. Sandra?
I reached out to the latest one that I had sponsored, and she has signed one person up on one side. So I worked with her and talked to her about making her list, and that I would help her and do three-way calls with her so she would be balanced and hopefully start to make some income. Excellent. So, and I called two other people also, spoke to them the same way.
Excellent. Yeah, when we find somebody who wants to build a business, we have to help them build a business, right? We just can't drop them and move on to the next person. Yeah, great, Sandra. Yeah. Anybody else? Let me just remind you of the Pearl.
Get a hold of anybody.
Whoop, go ahead, Benita.
So I didn't get a hold of anybody this morning. She didn't answer, and the second one I called didn't either. But this weekend I actually was able to see one of my downline that was had one associate, was not binary qualified, but she could earn $769 this week if she signed up another person. And so Saturday we did that. We signed her up. So it's really helpful to go into your back office, into their back office, and take a look at their points. And it was a real incentive for her to sign somebody up right away.
Absolutely. So because you know the score, because you're watching the score, and she might not be watching the score, she probably is not even logging into her back office, you can bring awareness to her, which obviously you've created vested interest by creating spillover and by creating, that carryover volume. And so she's leaving money on the table, and all you had to do was make her aware that there was money sitting there waiting for her to collect it. All she had to do was to get busy. And that's the beauty of this compensation plan, is that it helps new people get started because of the binary component, which most other network marketing compensation plans don't have. They either have a straight binary or a straight sponsorship tree. We have both. So never, that's great, Benita. Good coaching. Fantastic. Anybody, let me just remind you guys about the Pearls list. Go ahead, was that Dennis?
I just wanted to say one thing. I made 3 calls and I left 3 messages. I actually talked to one of my prospects, and this call is invaluable for everybody. I've been a diamond for 8 years, but you know what it makes you do? It makes you get off the couch and do those things that you always say, hey, I need to call that guy. And so I'm going to say to you and Bo, bravo. I think it's amazing. I'm going to continue on it. It's a pain in the butt.
Whoop, pain in the butt, and then you froze.
Must be very painful.
No, absolutely.
There you are. You're coming in and out, Dennis, but thank you so much. Hey, and I want to give kudos to Melanie Raffaelli, who's on the leadership board for Cashville. Congratulations, Melanie. So exciting. So exciting.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I want to remind you guys about the Pearls list. So when you're making your list, or you're helping your people make their list, remember, if you send, they put everybody down, they do the hot pen method. They write every name that ever comes into their head down on a piece of paper. Writing is better than typing because you get this flow going with your body. It's just easier to do it with pencil and paper as opposed to typing it into a computer. So just write it down and then prioritize your list. And the way you do that is by running the names through a Pearls question. And the Pearls questions are they a people person? Yes or no? Are they entrepreneurial? Yes or no? Do they have a good attitude? Yes or no? Do they have the resources to start a business? Yes or no? Are they a leader? Yes or no? And are they stable? Yes or no? Okay. And if you don't know yes or no, and you want to compare them to yourself, like, well, compared to me, like do I consider myself a people person? Yes. Okay. So are they like a people person like me? Yes. That's how you come to those, are they entrepreneurial? Well, how am I supposed to answer that? I don't know. Are they more or less entrepreneurial than I am? They're probably a little bit more entrepreneurial than I am, or they're maybe not as entrepreneurial as I am, but I still consider them an entrepreneur. So you can kind of, if you don't know how to answer the question, just compare them to you. And that sometimes gives you a frame of reference as opposed to it floating up in the air somewhere. So that kind of gives you, who to call first. And then here's what I recommend. Do not let your brand new people call their best people that they've just prioritized by themselves. What I would recommend doing is schedule 3 half-an-hour phone sessions with them to call their best people with them on a 3-way. Say, okay, we're going to launch your business. You want to launch it on Tuesday. You want to launch it on Saturday, whatever day you're going to launch it. Let's schedule a half an hour. Let's make as many phone calls as we can together. Okay. You're going to make those phone calls together because they don't know what to say. They don't, you know what I mean? So you're going to make those phone calls together on 3-way phone calls. So that's what I would recommend. Anybody else want to report on the phone calls that they made?
Just was able to leave a lot of good messages, people I'm supposed to get back with, and the people we're going to talk later today. So
Excellent. Yeah.
it was really good. I wouldn't have done it this early.
Right. Yeah. Good. Excellent. And the thing is that, one of the best things about ASEA, people in ASEA, is we truly care about other people. We're not just blowing smoke. We really, truly care about other people. So if somebody says, I really want to make some extra money, I have to make some extra money. I have no idea how I'm going to retire. I have no idea how I'm going to pay for my kids' college education. I have no idea how I'm going to buy groceries this month. I have no idea how I'm going to keep my house out of foreclosure. I really don't want to go back to work. I really don't like my boss bossing me around anymore. I've really had it with my job, whatever it is. Okay. Now we're their workout buddy. And they've said, look, I'll pay the $40. I'll buy some product, but I don't know how to do this. I've never done network marketing before. We have got to be their workout buddy and help them be successful. Okay. We can't just sponsor them, have them buy the pack, and then forget about them and go on to somebody else. Okay. So we have to be their workout buddy and say, all right, you're serious about it. And then we have to help them narrow it down. Why are you doing this? How much do you want to earn? How are you going to celebrate? What are you going to spend the money on? What's your date? When you disappear off the planet, do I have your permission to call you, or do you want me to just leave you alone? Right? If they give you permission to call them, then you can say, remember, we're working towards your kid's baseball camp. Okay. Let's not drop the ball now. I know that person made you, really embarrassed, but let's not drop the ball now. Your kid's baseball camp is more important than, you feeling embarrassed right now. So anyway, we're past the bottom of the half hour. Thank you guys so much for joining us this morning. We'll see you tomorrow morning. And I'll tell you who the trainer is. Tomorrow morning is Benita Rogers. So we'll see you tomorrow morning. See you guys. Have a great day.